Peace to the gods, reflection. Welcome back to another chance of opportunity. It's about to get dark right now, so I'm about to give y'all this download real quick. Before I start, reflect the life from the most honorable prophet, Eligio the Christ, man. 3 is free, man. Shout out my chief. But today, I wanted to explain to y'all and give y'all kind of like a testimonial of how the teachings of the honorable prophet, 3 God chief, how the knowledge has helped me move along in my journey, right? Through the studies of astrology, biology, quantum physics, melanin, and grounding. But today I'm going to be telling y'all about how astrology is psychology, and how through studying astrology and studying your astrological program, you actually get to look at the psychology of your mind. You get actually look at how your mind is working, or how you think most often, or what you think frequently, right? So with that being said, let's jump into it. So first off, astrology. Astrology is psychology, like Chief teaches us. It's the study of the human mind, literally. The study of the mechanics of consciousness, how the human mind works. So we talk about generational curses. We talk about angels and demons, but we got to understand what generational curses are and understand what angels and demons are. First off, generational curses are the negative or debilitating traits or patterns of thinking that you inherited from your mother and your father in your past life, because they are you, right? You're a cell that came out of them. They're cells. Their egg cell and sperm cell came together and made a zygote cell, which was you. And it went on and went on and went on and went on until they made up a trillion cells that made up you. So astrology and biology go hand in hand. They're the study of the same concepts with different interpretations. Astrology will represent the as above principle to the law of correspondence. It's a hermetic principle. Biology will represent the so below aspect. We are not in a science lab, in a biology lab, and we don't have an electronic telescope to look inside the nucleus of a cell and read out the genetic blueprint of that cell. We just don't have that right now. Some of us don't know how to do that. But the path of least resistance, like my chief teaches us, is actually through studying astrology. Now, they talk about psychology today in society, and they got psychiatrists, they got psychologists, people that help with mental illnesses. But how can you actually be a psychologist or somebody who studies the mind and helps people out of their mental illnesses if you don't study astrology? If you don't study how the planetary positions or the planetary bodies have an effect on human consciousness? How can you call yourself a psychologist? So that bachelor's degree for psychology don't mean nothing. The little job you got as a psychiatrist don't mean nothing, because first off, you don't know yourself. You don't even know when you was born or study your natal chart, yet alone try to help somebody else with their mental problems. So we got to understand that through studying astrology, that's the path of least resistance. Because you can just go calculate up a birth report on the internet for free. Y'all can go check the other downloads I did. I done already gave y'all the sauce. You feel me? I already gave y'all and reflected the light from Chief on the websites that you can go look up your information on. But once you go look up that information, you want to go study your program, because your program is actually your genetic program. Life is an expression of genetic code. So through studying astrology, you're studying your genome. You're studying your DNA. Your genome is the selected ACT and G sequences on a DNA strand in biology. That is equivalent to your astrological program, to the day you was born, the time, and the location. That is you. That is you. That is your mind's makeup. So you're studying your genetics. You're studying your generational inheritances, or your generational thought patterns that you inherited from your past selves, which was your parents, when you study your astrological chart. Now, Chief teaches something very important about astrology, and it's called major aspects. Now, everybody got a sun through Pluto, a north node, a south node. But along with that, when you go deeper into the detail of the chart, there's going to be something called major aspects. Now, aspects are certain planetary bodies or certain ways of thinking that connect with each other in harmony or in an inharmonious way, right? So say, for instance, One of the most destructive and most red flag aspects that you can have in life, like my chief teaches, is Sun square Pluto. Because this is your ego or your sense of self at opposition or in conflict or in an inner tension with your transformation. So that means that when you have certain thoughts about your sense of self or what you're becoming, and certain obstacles pop up, well, sometimes you might not be able to see the light clearly. You might be casting a shadow with that angle, because that's actually a demon. A demon is actually not a little gremlin walking around. It's a low vibrational thought form. It's a negative way of thinking. So when everybody talking about demons, they talking about people thinking in negativity, people thinking in their debilitations, people acting out in their generational curses, because that's what a generational curse is. It's a negative way of thinking that you've inherited from a past life. And you don't die, you just rolled over that consciousness into this new reality, like Chief teaches us. So you are who you are consciously. You are your astrological program in every lifetime, in every dream, in every realm. So you want to study them major aspects. These are your positive traits or positive ways of thinking, which is an angel. An angel is a positive vibrational thought form or a positive way of thinking or looking at life. You see what I'm saying? So your angels in your major aspect section is going to be conjunctions, trines, and sextiles. And then your demons or low vibrational thought forms are going to be your quincunxes, your oppositions, and your squares. These are the aspects that you need to be looking at. That's going to give you your most obstacles and your more challenging situations through how you think and how you perceive situations that come about to your life. Now, this information is very enlightening, because I've been able to utilize the teachings of my chief to become my own psychologist and be able to heal my own traumas and work on my own negative ways of thinking, right? Like Chief teaches us, the only way for you to heal from a trauma is for you to change your perspective. You must gain a healthier perspective on that trauma and rationalize it and break it down and go into it so that you can truly understand it. So with that being said, I want to give y'all one of my major aspects, or one of my demons, one of my negative ways of thinking that has hindered me and that I think about all the time. You feel me? That I have to overcome with positive thoughts and rebuking those negative thoughts with a healthier perspective. So one of those aspects is called moon opposition midheaven. Now, this is a demon. This is a negative way of thinking that I have. Moon opposition midheaven. The moon represents mother, instincts, the subconscious mind, how you nurture yourself, how you want other people to nurture you, family. Because it's Cancer, it's ruled by Cancer. The moon is ruled by the sign of Cancer, family. Now, the midheaven is your career, how you're going to be seen in your public life, in the public. So basically what this aspect is, or what this way of thinking is that I feel, and I'm going to put it up in a video for y'all so y'all can actually read the description of what it is. What it states is that if I feel that I don't have family support or solid family foundation supporting what I'm doing, or that the people I'm around are not supporting me like family in whatever I'm pursuing or adventuring on, then I feel like I don't want to do it. Then I feel like I'm not able or capable of doing it because I don't have the family support. That's a negative way of thinking. That is because, look, first off, family is frequency. I'm not going to break that down to y'all. But that's a negative way of thinking. That's a negative way of thinking. Like, you shouldn't think like that, because you got to go out and do what you need to do for you. Like, it's called love thyself, know thyself. You are God, like she teaches. You are the source of your reality. So get up and go out and do what you need to do. But I get it, like my chi teaches, we are pack animals. So we do need people around us to motivate us, to uplift us. See what I'm saying? We need people in our reality that's going to support us and show up for us and be there for us when we need help doing what we're doing, when we embarking on our endeavors or our spiritual journeys. So the healthy perspective that my psychologist, my chief, 3 God has given me is that, hey, first off, what is family? What is family? Family is frequency. Frequency is the rate at which something repeats itself at a given point in time, over a given period. Frequency, the thoughts that you have frequently. So, family in Latin means familios. So those that are familiar to you, right? Everybody not familiar to you. Like my chief teaches us, your biological family is part of your generational curses. A lot of us have to elevate through our biological family and inherit our new family, our soul family, the family that we're gonna be in inside the kingdom. So family is frequency. And I'm about to give you a Bible verse in the scripture that show you what family is, right? Mark 3:31-32. It say, just then, and I'm gonna put this up on a video too. It say, just then his mother and brother showed up, standing outside. They relayed a message that they wanted a word with him. He was surrounded by a crowd when he was given the message. They said, your mother and brothers and sisters are outside looking for you. Joshua responded, who do you think are my mother and brothers? Looking around, taking in everyone seated around him, he said, right here, right in front of you, my mother and my brothers. Obedience is thicker than blood. The person who obeys God's will is my brother and sister and mother. So Jesus said in the Bible, no, the people that are around me that do the will of my God, that do the will of nature, are my mother, brother, and sister. So with me having that healthy perspective, I applied that to my reality. Hey, family is frequency. These people not thinking like me no more. Okay, I have to find people that think like how I'm thinking now. And that's what I end up doing, and that's what I did. And I'm on my spiritual journey, and I'm grateful for my chief and for the knowledge, for me to psychologically understand the debilitations that I have mentally that will hinder me from moving along and becoming who I need to become. So that's how astrology is psychology, because you can just go look right at how you think. You can look at how your mind is using your thoughts to shape and manifest your reality. And you can change it by you having a healthier perspective, by you being more objective, by you being more logical and practical about your dealings and your situations. So that's what it is, y'all. I wanted to get that to y'all, man. Go do your natal chart. I already gave y'all the information. Chief already gave y'all the information. Go download that report. Study your mind. Study your debilitations. Study your generational curses, your demons, your squares, oppositions, and quincunxes. And then go look them up and apply a healthy perspective to that. Apply a healthy perspective to how you looking at that thought form. All right, because all is mental. It's all in your mind. As a man thinks, so shall it be. As a person thinks, so shall it be. All right, you in control. Reflect the light from my chief, man. I love myself. Peace to the gods.